Good morning. Hello. Buenos dias and VHL. It's 18 here before 9, 8:42 now. Advisory services offered through Second Half Financial Partners, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments are appropriate for you, please consult with a financial advisor. Second Half Financial Partners, LLC does not provide tax or legal advice. Please consult your tax or legal advisor regarding your particular situation. That would be a darn good idea. And we give you the rough information you need to know every morning about this time with the help of Phillip Statler from Statler Financial Services in downtown Sebring, who is on the phone right now. Phillip, good morning. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Dave. You got to be excited about today because we had a green day, a really green day yesterday. And I got to tell you, Dave, it looks like we're going to open with a green day this morning. And if we can finish that way, that means we got 2 days back to back where we got green ink. That would be a great thing.
Oh, we take it so happily, and I feel the need to retract my comment yesterday, wishing that President Trump would just shut up for a while, because this time he opened his trap, said to everybody, "No, I'm not planning on firing Jay Paulson. I'm just mad at him." And that was more than enough to make the market happy. Put that together with some other press comments. We'll get to it in a couple of seconds here. And the Dow was up by over 1,000 points, 2.66% up yesterday. Standard & Poor's was up by 2.5%, up 129. NASDAQ was up 2.7%, up 430. I didn't see the Russell, but I'm betting a nickel that was even happier than the other two, weren't they?
Actually, it was right in line with NASDAQ, 2.71%, but 49, almost $50 up yesterday.
Oh, Lordy. It was like happy times were here again. Number one, Trump basically saying he wasn't going to fire the Federal Reserve chair. And then we started talking nice. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, number one, said that he was hopeful with some early signs from China. He said we haven't had any high-level stuff yet, but on the under-the-table things, on lower level of rank, there's some positive noises being made. And then he said something that I think really set the market on fire. He said the current tariff levels are not sustainable long term. And since he's kind of sort of the architect of this mess, it kind of gives you reassurance there isn't any plan of keeping them there that high for that long. And boy, did the market like that, didn't they? Are you there?
They really did, Dave. Yep, it did. My internet kind of comes in and out, but yeah, it did. They liked the market really liked what Trump said and Bassetti said. It was good news, and the question is, where do we go from here? And you and I continue to say, if we knew what the outcome was going to be, if we knew what we were looking for, we would be better off across the board when it comes to the market.
And that's the thing that I've been saying. That as sensitive as we are to, to Truth Social posts and casual comments and news interviews from the decision makers, if we just had a rough roadmap, don't even need to know the route we're going to take. But if you're planning on going to the North Woods of Maine, just tell us that's where we're heading. I don't care which road you take necessarily. And we haven't had that so far. And I think the comment from Scott Bessent yesterday was the closest thing we had to that roadmap when he said, no, this level is not sustainable long term. And everybody said, oh, there is a plan. Boy, that was a relief, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. And you can see it right in the marketplace and what they thought about it. And it continues to seem to be pushing through even today.
Absolutely. And that really, the upward motion in the futures this morning is even more of a surprise, because one of the glamour stocks reported after the close yesterday, and boy, gosh golly, before we get to all of the current reports that we've got out for earnings season, did Tesla stink the place up or what yesterday?
Yeah, it was not a good day for Tesla when we look at their earnings. They missed across all avenues. I mean, they were down in earnings. They missed in revenue, missed in deliveries. I mean, all kinds of things. But yet, Dave, they are trading up today, almost a little over 7.5%. And I got to think it's because Elon Musk said he's going to be going back to work here in May or June.
Yeah, he said that the earnings call, he would be allocating, quote, considerably less time to his government job, and he was going to cut himself back to 1 or 2 days a week. That makes the folks who hate Elon feel better because they don't want him in the government, and makes the Tesla shareholders feel better because he'll be hands-on with the company. And that sounded like manna from heaven. But even Tesla's resale values have gone down the toilet, partially because you never know. You drive a Tesla down the street, some government employee in Minneapolis might key your car and then not even get arrested for it. I mean, it's just a perfect storm. Public disapproval, rabid opposition. The sales aren't as good as they could be. I think Elon's making a smart decision, don't you?
I do. I mean, I think it's time. He's got a pretty good committee, I think, working for him as well. So he doesn't, and he's done a lot so far, right? So how many more departments and how many more agencies are there for him to really be unleashed upon?
Well, it kind of comes into that publicity stunt mentality I got, too, in the process. Musk is high profile. We get a bunch of moles who are really good at recovering deleted data from computers and the like, and looking at things where they could find more waste and items that they can suggest be terminated. It just makes sense if they do it underneath the radar. And then actually we might have that Department of Government Efficiency, instead of being a publicity stunt, turn into a real Department of Government Efficiency. I think on balance, this is probably a good thing.
Well, I think so. I think that's well. And we've got a couple other earnings, Dave. Boeing, another company, reported. And hey, they didn't lose as much money as expected. They only lost 49 cents a share, way better than the $1.18 they were expected to lose. And here's the deal. They really and truly, I mean, year over year, if you compare first quarter last year to first quarter this year, they lost $31 million this first quarter this year. Last year, they lost $355 million. A pretty good improvement for Boeing there. And so they are trading. Well, I'll tell you, as soon as my pop, there we go, 5.33%. They're trading up today.
That's good news, especially given the impact they can have on the Dow.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that's probably some of the benefit there.
You know, and that's especially good news given the fact that we have not had really good news in terms of air safety so far this year. Hasn't involved a Boeing jet lately, but at the same time, you know, with all the news about air traffic safety, I was a little concerned as to what Boeing was going to end up showing. Did they put out any guidance out of curiosity? I think we got an internet question again. Did you see any guidance from Boeing?
The only thing I did see was they've asked the FAA to approve an increase in production of their 737 MAX jets.
Ah, okay. Which is good news because it means they think they've got their problems fixed.
Yep, that seems to be the thing. Hey, one other one I got for you is Capital One reported a better than expected revenue and earnings. And so that's got them trading up 4.75% this morning.
And given the kind of cards that they have a tendency to specialize in, that's good news for the consumer economy because they tend toward being an everybody gets a credit card company, which it's good news to see them actually beating the street on that against some upwinds on the economic front. Let's reset the table while the internet's working well for you this morning. Yesterday it was a big up, 2+% in all the major indexes. 45 minutes before we open this morning, is the morale kick continuing?
It is, Dave. Right now, we've got the Dow up almost 2%, $775. S&P 500 is up a little over 2.5%, $136. The NASDAQ 100 up 3.1% this morning. That's like $571. The Russell 2000, not to be left out, up about 2.7%. And on the other side, then, we are giving back some money. Silver down about 0.2, gold down a little over 2.5, almost 2.7% right now. And then crude oil down 0.5% to $63.36 a barrel right now.
Yeah, I'll take that. Don't be happy with that. By the way, on gold, J.P. Morgan said they see gold prices crossing $4,000 per ounce next year.
Oh, man.
That's an oh wow moment, if nothing else. Overseas markets, the Asian rim was almost uniformly up. Curiously enough, one of the Chinese indexes was actually off. Everything else was up as of the 6 a.m. close this morning. Over in Europe, they're having party time, saying, hey, the U.S. has their poop in a group. The average European index up by well over 1.5% halfway through their trading day today. So everything's pretty much coming up roses. Don't count on the roses to continue growing, though. We've been through this cycle before. That means you need some stability in your retirement funds. How do I find you to get that stability, Phillip?
David, give us a call at 863-382-0037 to schedule a core retirement analysis. Then join us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk, 7:30 a.m. and 95.3 FM.
And back here again tomorrow morning when hopefully we'll both be smiling again. Fair enough?
Fair enough, buddy. Have a great day.
Thank you. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services, Phillip Statler. Surprise parties.
Folks, again, I want to thank you for joining us today. Have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Take care.